And then we're back here at George Taylor Field tonight, or this afternoon. Sorry, I'm gonna slip up on that several times today. I've been in a couple of afternoon games this year, so I'm gonna call it tonight quite a bit. Good pitching matchup again tonight. We got Cam McKnight, who started in Game 1 for Merritton, facing Matt Watson for the Niagara Falls Expos. Also have Aiden LeBlanc manning the camera tonight. Tonight, again, this afternoon. So we're giving you the best possible look here from George Taylor Field tonight. It's okay, I'm done. So this is the leadoff batter, Garrett Fisher. We'll give you the starting lineup for the Expos as soon as he's through. Fisher on the ground, Adam Hope playing second today. Fires in time to Goss, one down. That fence is going to be very prominent in today's live feed. We'll work on some views. This is the first time we've had cameraman at George Taylor Field, so we're going to work out some kinks here this afternoon. Not a bad look from behind home plate, though. So while Steven Erickson stands in, we will show you the starting lineup for the Niagara Falls Expos. No fancy lineups today. I came from work and it was super late and got about half an hour here before game time. So Garrett Fisher leading things off. You saw him ground out. Steven Erickson behind him at first. Evan Baglieri is catching once again this afternoon. Josh Thorpe at third. Jason Antoniak manning right field. Jack Kemp in center. And then this is the only change for the Expos. I got these lineups a little bit ago. Baldinelli out. It's going to be Ryan Bray in the DH spot. And then Vito Scaringi at short. And Mitch Grieco is in left field tonight for Niagara Falls. Do or die game. Winner moves on. And we don't know who the winner will move on to face just yet. And we will solve that, or we'll find the answer to that question tonight when the Thorold and Beamsville series wraps up. That one kicking off at 7 o'clock. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Steven Erickson. There's one down here in the top of the first. Erickson grounds it, and it kicks off of Cam's pitching hand on the one hop. And Erickson's going to reach safely. Tough break for Cam. He thought he could play that one with the bare hand. Doesn't look like it kicked off that hand very hard. So Erickson down to first. There's one out now, and Evan Baglieri stands in. One out here in the first inning. It's almost surprising and yet not surprising to see Cam McKnight back on the hill today. He went 7 complete on Friday. Sorry, on Thursday night, rather. And helped the Alliance cruise to a 4-2 win. Or 5-2 win, sorry. So he's back now. It's almost like the Expos are going 4th time through the lineup here on Cam. Which is why I say I'm surprised to see him. Not surprised that he can do it. This one pops straight back, and it's going to get out of play and crash to my right here. Up in the booth at George Taylor. Cam switching to Evan Baglieri right now, and he's got him 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's one out here in the top of the first. Steven Erickson at first base. Cam fires, and that's down low, 2-2. Saw McKnight feature a nasty breaking ball on Thursday, and he took out 7 Expos along the way. By way of the strikeout, that is. 2-2, and he got him. Bags waves at one outside, and he's cut down for the second out here in the top of the first. So up comes Josh Thorpe, the third baseman. Josh was 1 for 3 the other night with a strikeout. That was in game 1. No updates for game 2, so that's about all the info I can give you on Josh in these playoffs. Take strike 1. Got another beautiful day for baseball today. A couple clouds overcast. Not bad, but it gives us a break from this hot sun. Good pitch there from Cam. He doesn't get the outside corner. 1-1. Shift gears and we'll talk about this Expos offense, which up until the other night had all but dried up. They won in a 6-4 decision on Friday night, and they were happy to have the bats in the lineup. This is on the ground and it's on the one hop. Brady handles that for the third out of the first inning. So top of the first in the books. No score between the Expos and Alliance. We'll be right back after the break. Stick with us. And welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the first inning. If you're with us this afternoon, drop us a hi, hello in the comments. Let me know you're watching. I want to know who's peering in on us this afternoon. This one's going to be a good one today between the Expos and Alliance. It's game 3, do or die game for both of these teams. First pitch, and Ben Collins shows bunt. Ben playing third base today. I was only in attendance for game 1, so I can only tell you what he did in that one. One for 2. Runs scored for Ben. Fouls off that one, and it's 1-1. And the Expos will have to deal with Matt Watson, sorry. That's who's on the hill today for the Expos. And we'll give you the specs on Matt through the regular season. 25 innings pitched. He allowed 17 earned runs for a 4.76 ERA. Finished 2-2 on the season in 4 starts. 2 balls and a strike to Ben Collins. Watson fires in there for strike 2. The Alliance managed 5 runs the other night against Dallas Smith. This one, little line shot over the head of Garrett Fisher at second, a base hit. So the Alliance, wasting no time getting on the score sheet. Ben Collins with a leadoff single. So while Matt Brady stands in, we will give you the starting lineup now for the Merritton Alliance this afternoon. Ben Collins, you just saw him single. He's at third. Matt Brady at short. Adam Hope is at second base. Mark Fusco is doing the DHing today. Dave Davidson in right. And Cole Cote is at batting sixth and at center field. Tyler Goss at first, and then Dave Collins doing the catching. So we've had 3 different looks for Merritton at catcher in this series. And Drew Chappelle rounds out the lineup. He's in left. It's a strong-looking outfield today for the Merritton Alliance defensively. The only 2 runs that they allowed in the ball game in Game 1 were on a miscue by Dave Davidson in right, however. This one's popped back by Brady foul. Lands just to our right here up in the booth. Seen watching pitch in a few games this season after not really getting a look at him in 2022. Matt's got a good mix of speed, and he'll mix in this wicked sweeping slider and a changeup. That one tails outside. It's 2-1 to Matt Brady. Nobody out here in the top of the first. That's Ben Collins right of your screen. This one's popped up. It's going to be a tough play for Fisher if he's got one, and he doesn't. First 2 men aboard for the Expos here in the bottom of the first against Matt Watson. And it doesn't get any easier from here. This is Adam Hope. Batting in the 3rd spot today, he is playing second base. And Hope had a pretty solid regular season, batting .291. This one on a rope, foul down the right side. The Alliance underwent some changes during this season. Admittedly, they brought most of the same guys back. But this core is aging for them. And they've mixed in some good young talent that only started to really come on towards the end of the year. They pumped the gas towards the end of the season and won 4 of their last 5 to work their way into the 4 seed. No balls, 2 strikes to Adam Hope, and he shoots that one foul down the right side again. It's just a little bit ahead of that off-speed pitch from Watson. These 2 teams actually stacked up very well together based on regular season totals. 0-2 again. Upstairs, ball 1. Nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Right now you're watching Adam Hope with runners at first and second. This is the 1-2. Watson needs this to go his way. Shoots outside, 2-2. Expos are going to need to play well in the field today. Got him! Well, maybe not behind that strong pitch there from Watson. If he can feature that all day long, they'll be just fine. Cuts down Adam Hope there for strike number 1. Or, sorry, out number 1. I mentioned these 2 teams stacked up pretty well. Here's Mark Fusco standing in. Now, just take a look at this regular season little graphic that we put together here. Head-to-head, they were 2-2, but you can see again, Merritton turned it on at the end of the season, finishing 4-1. And the reason why their RBI leaders are so skewed is because a lot of guys get the job done on this Merritton team. They don't just let it all fall on one guy. You just missed the first pitch to Mark Fusco, but he does go around, says the home plate umpire for strike 1. One out here in the bottom of the first. Runners are at first and second base. Fusco DHing today. He was 2 for 3 the other night with a strikeout against Dallas Smith. This is popped up, and it's going to get back and out of play. I want to reaching the parking lot. 1 ball, 2 strike to Mark Fusco. Everyone anxiously awaiting the winner of this one. But they'll also be peering in at tonight's action in Beamsville. The Anchors taking on the Yellow Jackets from Beamsville Lions Park. We won't know anything about any matchups until that one's settled. 2-2 to Fusco. Watson goes home with it, and it's popped into center field, the base hit. Coming around third is Ben Collins, and the throw from Jack Kemp is a good one. Not in time. Well, Jack Kemp threw that ball about as good as he could throw it, and Ben Collins was just a little bit quicker on the draw. 1-0 Merritton Alliance here in the bottom of the first. RBI single for Mark Fusco, that is. Right on brand for the Merritton veteran. Now Dave Davidson stands in. Takes strike 1 from Watson. Davidson, big part of the reason why Merritton was able to take 4 of their last 5. His bat is hot right now. Popped into right or left. Bray's got to go a long way, and that one's going to go foul. Good power on that shot by Davidson. That one banged off the fence. Easy double if he keeps it fair. I'm sorry, that's Mitch Grieco doing left field duties today for the Expos, not Bray. No balls, 2 strike to Davidson, and that one fired outside, 1-2. Another shot here from Watson. This is popped up. Thorpe may have a play over there, and he loses it over the shoulder. Steph asked if we're going to be in Beamsville for the Thorle game tonight. Wish I could. Prior engagements. Able to bring you this one this afternoon, though. And we'll be bringing you most of round 2 as well. So we don't know the schedule just yet, just because we don't know how teams are shaking out. On the ground by Davidson, right to Matt Watson. He looks back Brady at third, and then makes the play to retire Davidson. 2 down. Yeah, no, do the best with the schedule I'm given, but as I mentioned, I was at work this morning before I got in, and then I gotta go back. So 2 down now, and this is the rookie, Cole Cote. Cole's in center field today. Takes the first pitch into right field, the base hit. Antoniak picks it up, and he's going to fire in a good, strong throw. Aguileri's got to chase that one down. RBI single for Cole Cote. He's able to take second on the throw. 2-0 Alliance in the bottom of the first. This is starting to look like same old song and dance. Very similar outcome to Thursday night's game where Merritton poured on a couple runs in the first. That shot is inside on Tyler Goss. Goss is at first base today. So runners now at second and third. Those runners are Matt Brady and Cole Cote. Or sorry, not Matt Brady, Mark Fusco. That shot is upstairs from Watson, 2-0. That one sails outside from Watson. 3-0 now to Tyler Goss. The base is open at first. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Tyler Goss there. And now there's a meeting on the mound. Wayne LeBlanc's going to come out and talk to Matt Watson. This is a pretty early on meeting, considering that Matt's not pitched a bad inning so far. He's just... Merritton batters are hitting all their spots, and they've teed us on him for 4 hits and 2 runs so far. So maybe just chatting it out and trying to work out how to deal with Dave Collins here. He's batting in the 8 spot today. But Dave had a really good campaign in 2023. Finished 304 in 23 at-bats with 9 RBI. Takes the first pitch strike from Watson. And if you're the manager of the Expos and you got to go out there and talk to your starting pitcher in the first, I imagine you're not saying anything too friendly. And if you are, it's more of a, all right, wake up kind of talk and get your head in the game. And they have worked here as Watson's ahead on Dave Collins, 0-2. There are 2 outs and the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the first. Merritton with a couple runs. Looking to add more. Shot is on the ground. The shortstop, Vito Scaringi, to second for the out. And that's how we retire the bottom of the first. Alliance, strike twice. RBI singles from Mark Fusco and Cole Cote. Make it 2-0 as we head to the top of the second. Stick with us through the break. Welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the second inning, sorry. 2-0 Alliance. We'll get a new banner for us going. And we're in familiar territory. Alliance led 2-1 in game 1. Headed into the top of the second, and they comfortably enjoy a 2-0 lead here ahead of Cam McKnight. Just got to deal with Jason Antoniak, Jack Kemp, and Ryan Bray, the 5, 6, 7 batters for Niagara Falls. First up, Jason Antoniak, the right fielder. Cuts on that one. 2 balls and a strike. This is popped up. Cole Cote started back on it and had to come in a ways, and that one's going to plop in for a base hit. Expos have the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the second. And in steps the rookie, Jack Kemp. So a couple of rookies in center field tonight for both teams. Tonight, once again, eh? I'm going to keep saying tonight as long as this broadcast is going to go on. We are in the afternoon. First pitch from McKnight to Kemp is outside, ball 1. Tim Maurice in the comments, go with Lions. Watching from the Blue Jays game today, I assume. Isn't there another game going on right in front of you? Just teasing. Shot there for McKnight. Falls in, 1-1. I think that's what we saw Cam do so well the other night in game 1 was keep batters off balance. He had that breaking ball working. That fastball was mixed in and was getting batters looking. Good off speed there from Cam for strike 2. Nobody out here in the top of the second. It's Jason Antoniak right at your screen. He's at first. Jack Kemp the batter, and it's 1-2. Breaking ball, and Kemp sits on it and serves it up into right field, a base hit. First 2 aboard here for the Expos. They're cooking in the top of the second. That's got to feel good for Kemp. He started the other night in center field and struck out a couple of times against McKnight. So a good little piece of redemption. I mentioned this is almost like the Expos are getting a 4th time through the lineup on Cam. They're featuring virtually the same lineup they did the other night, save for a couple substitutions like Jay Antoniak and Mitch Grieco. Nobody out, Ryan Bray, the designated hitter, stands in, and he takes the first pitch. This is a little pop-up. Brady's going to let it fall. He steps on the bag for 1 and fires not in time for 2. So they get Kemp on his way to second base. There's 1 out now in the top of the second. So 1 out, runners on the corners, and this is Vito Scaringi. Vito at short today. Got tossed from game 1. That one shot, and Dave Collins tries a little bit of deception there. He faked the throw to second and then went to third. Doesn't work, and Ryan Bray has the stolen base. So now second and third, 1 out. Yeah, Scaringi tossed the other night in game 1. He was on his way back to the dugout, and I think he was exchanging unpleasantries with himself, more or less. And the umpire took exception, and Scaringi was immediately removed from the ballgame. Expos have had a little trouble with that this year. 2-0. On the ground. Runner's going home. Adam Hope's got to play, and he makes the smart one to first base. So Vito does the job. He drives in Jason Antoniak, and it's 2-1 Alliance now here, top of the second. So now there's just a runner at third base, and it's the number 9 guy, Mitch Greco. Greco in left, and he's been tested a couple of times, although those balls went foul. The batters in the lineup today for Merritton, it's actually the right fielder that's poised to get a lot of action. The likes of Fusco, Ty Goss. Little chin music there from McKnight as he fires up and in on Greco. I believe it's 2-1. I believe. Greco taken all day. That leads me to believe it's actually 3-0, but now it's 3-1. Lone runner's Ryan Bray. He's at third base in a 2-1 ball game. That one sails away, ball 4. So patience at the plate for Greco, and he keeps the line moving. It's back to the top of the order here for Niagara Falls. And Garrett Fisher. So Collins comes out to potentially settle down his starting pitcher. Cam McKnight facing some adversity here in the second. Much like he did in the first inning of the other night's ball game. So Fisher up for the second time today. Grounded out to second base his first time up. Breaking ball from Cam. Fouled back to 0-2. Just watching Mitch Greco take his lead over at first base on that last pitch. He was still as a board until Cam made his first move. McKnight ahead of Garrett Fisher, 0-2. And let's see what he serves up here. The pitch. Fired. In there, strike 3. Well, Cam got a lot of those calls the other night on his way to a 5-2 win, and he posts his second strikeout of the game to end the top of the second. 2-1 for the home squad as we make our way to the bottom half. Stick with us through the break.
just go ask.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the second inning. Sorry, we're just getting a little frozen treat in between the break there. It's a hot one out there today. And we just watched Drew Chappelle line a shot into center field. Jack Kemp misread it and misplayed it, but then he recovered and gunned him down at second base. One down. So we're just going to give you a static look at the field for this half inning. Again, it's a hot one out there, so we'll give our cameraman a little break as he enjoys a frozen dessert as well. So 2-1, pick it up here, top of the order for Merritton. This is Ben Collins. Ben's 1 for 1 this afternoon. Singled and scored in the first. That went up away. Two balls and 2 strikes. Matt Watson trying to fire home on this one. This is popped up. Jack Kemp's got to come in a ways, and it's going to plop in for a base hit. How many of those have we seen already this afternoon? Ben Collins 2 for 2. And the Alliance got something brewing here. 1 out in the bottom of the second. In comes Matt Brady, the shortstop. Matt's also 1 for 1. He singled and scored back in the first. I mentioned it in the broadcast the other night, but the Alliance base runners will have to be careful with Evan Baglieri behind the plate today. Bags loves to show off that throwing arm, and he's got a good one. Foul back by Matt Brady. We got 1-1 count. Just waiting for umpire confirmation before I said that out loud. Foul tipped into the mitt from Brady, 1-2. Now Watson has pitched well this afternoon so far. He's not getting some of the breaks that he would like. Fires that one home on Brady. That one gets up over us here in the booth. So still 1 ball, 2 strike. Runner going. In the dirt, Baglieri to second, and the throw is not in time. That one looks like it may have slipped out of his hand. Bag's rubbing his fingers together a bit like he may have lost his grip on that baseball and it sailed just a wee bit high. Two balls, 2 strike, 1 down. And in the bottom of the second. The throw home from Watson. Fouled back by Brady again. It's a good at bat going between Matt Watson And Matt Brady. It's a Madoff. 2-2. Got him. Brady does go around on that one. I could see it from up here in the booth, and he's cut down for out number 2. Second strikeout for Matt Watson. And up comes Adam Hope, his first strikeout victim. That was back in the first inning. Hope 0 for 1. First pitch sails high. He was 2 for 3 the other night with an RBI. That was back in game 1. High fly ball right field. Antoniak in foul territory lunges, and he can't come up with it. Well, Antoniak, you can't see on the right side of the field there, but he put his body on the line for that one, and he crashed hard into the grass there in foul territory. Doesn't even come up with that baseball. So it's a long strike for Adam Hope. 2 balls and a strike. Sorry, 1 ball, 1 strike. As the umpire just confirmed. Breaking ball there from Watson. Came up empty on that one. 2-1. It's 2 outs. Ben calling it second. The Lions clinging to a 2-1 lead. That one sails up and away. 3 balls and a strike now to Hope. Would love to put his team up by a couple runs. Right here, the shot off the glove of Watson. And just as well, it's an infield single for Adam Hope, but that lunge of the glove by Matt Watson may have saved a run. That one was headed straight back up the middle, and if it got past the pitcher, Matt Watson, I think Ben Collins would have been flying home. He got the wave around in the first, and he beat the throw home from Jack Kemp, a good one. So inning continues now. Mark Fusco. RBI single in the first. First pitch outside, ball 1. Fusco already with an RBI single this afternoon. He's got runners on the corners here, 2 down, and he pops this one up right side. May be playable for Erickson. It stayed in the park, but the run was a little bit too far for Erickson. And it gives Fusco second life. Fusco cuts on that one again and fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strike. Well, Watson and the Expos looking to bend and not break here. It's the 1-2 to Mark Fusco. 2 down. Up and in, 2-2. They're going to have to keep this one close as they only managed a couple runs. against Cam McKnight the other night, and they're in for it again against him. Whenever Cam's in the game, you know we could go 7. High fly ball into left. Greco going back, and he's not going to get there. Well, Greco had a play on that ball, and it actually one-hops over the fence in left field, and that'll save a run for the Expos. But Mark Fusco comes through again, RBI double this time, make it 3-1 Alliance in the bottom of the second inning. So 2 down now, Hope at third, Mark Fusco at second base, and this is the batter, Dave Davidson. Hit a little nubber back to Matt Watson in the first inning, and was retired 0 for 1. Shot in for strike 1. Another high fly ball. This is sending Greco back a bit, and it's going to go over his head again. Hoping Mark Fusco behind him. A 2-run double for Dave Davidson. Make it 5-1 Merritton here in the bottom of the second. Well, and that's the way it's going to be this afternoon. 2 high fly balls, playable for Greco. And he's keeled over there and left. I think he knows that he should have had at least one of those. And it's manager Wayne LeBlanc who's out to talk to Matt Watson again, although he's on the wrong end of this right now. So they're going to intentionally walk Cole Cote to move this into a forced situation. They get Tyler Goss now. Tyler walked back in the first inning. He was stranded. Hard shot, base hit. Rounding third, Dave Davidson. He's coming in to score. It's an RBI single for Tyler Goss. Listen to that crowd roar. Six to 1 Merritton as they take control here in the bottom of the second. And Wayne LeBlanc's back out. I think this is the end for Matt Watson. Yep, it's going to be a new pitcher from George Taylor Field when we come back. Stick with us through the break. All right, welcome back, and we're just about set to resume the bottom of the second inning. Alliance taking control, cashing in 4 times already. There are still 2 down, and it's rookie Jack Kemp who comes in from center field and takes over pitching duties for Niagara Falls. Kemp 20 and a third innings on the season. He allowed only 10 earned runs for a 3.44 ERA. Finished second on the team in strikeouts at 33. And worked his way to a 2-2 record in 3 starts. Jack buries the first pitch, and it's ball 1 to Dave Collins. Dave grounded out to short to end the first inning, and he will be the last Merritton batter before they are considered batted around. In the bottom of the second, taking there for ball 2. Runners are on the corners, and there are 2 down. RBI single from Mark Fusco. RBI double from Mark Fusco, 2 RBI double from Dave Davidson, and an RBI single from Tyler Goss. All 4 runs for Merritton this half. Looking for more. Kemp throws hard, and he's got a bit of a deceptive release coming well over the top. That one shakes up Evan Baglieri. And I believe the catcher was hit by the bat of Dave Collins, which is catcher interference. Dave will be awarded first base. That one shakes up Evan Baglieri for sure. So now the bases are loaded, and we go back to where we began this half inning. It's Drew Chappelle. Drew hit a line shot into center field. Jack Kemp had a beat on it, and then just misplayed it a little bit. It caromed off the side of his glove. Drew tried to take second and then was gunned down by Kemp. Shot in for strike 1. Fouled straight back. Kemp quickly ahead, 0-2 on Drew Chappelle. 2 down still here in the bottom of the second. Alliance tacking on 4. Lead it 6-1 here. Looking to move on to round 2. On the ground. Kemp takes it on the 1-hop. He's got plenty of time. And he hits Steven Erickson for the final out of the second inning. So a bit of a rough go there for the Expos in inning number 2. They trail 6-1. And we make our way to the top of the third. Stick with us through the break. Yeah, welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the third inning. 6-1 Merritton. And they can now cruise behind Cam McKnight. This is a do-or-die game 3 for both teams. They're looking to move on to round 2. Opponent unknown at this point. There's still one more game 3 to shake out. That one takes place tonight between the Beamsville Yellow Jackets and the Thorold Anchors. And while we won't have that one for you tonight, you'll be able to follow it on Game Changer. So 1-1, and leading off this half inning, Steven Erickson, the first baseman, cuts on that one and chops it foul. It'll be Erickson, Evan Baglieri, and Josh Thorpe, the 2-3-4 batters. For the Expos. And I mentioned this almost looks like a fourth time through for Niagara Falls. They just faced Cam on Thursday, so he should still be pretty fresh in their heads, but Cam's getting the better of him so far. He gets Erickson to pop up here on the left side, and it's Ben Collins under it for out number 1. Don't know if you can see Ben on the left side of your screen there catch that one. But he's had to track, actually, in fact, all the outfielders today seemingly have had some difficulties tracking the baseball once it gets in the sky. So 1 down now. Evan Baglieri stands in, and he taps the first pitch softly to Ben Collins at third. Fires across with plenty of time. Quickly 2 down here in the top of the third. This is the third baseman, Josh Thorpe, coming onto your screen from the left. Josh is 0 for 1 today. Cuts on that one and misses strike 1. Shot from Cam catches the outside part of the plate, strike 2. So just like he did the other night, Cam apparently sort of settling into this one. The 0-2, good spot. He hits the setup from Dave Collins behind the plate. One ball, 2 strike. Cam looking for a clean inning here in the top of the third. And reaching, popping foul is Thorpe there. So Josh Thorpe in, he's down 1-2 to Cam McKnight. Let's see what he gets here. Breaking ball on the ground and over the head of Collins. Brady valiantly tries to throw that one from deep in the hole at short. But I don't think he had a shot there to get Josh Thorpe. Josh runs pretty well up the line. Speaking of the line, it keeps on moving. Jason Antoniak comes in, 2 down here in the top of the third. Expos with just 4 hits. 1.5 times through the lineup. Jay's got 1 of them. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Fouls that one back into the parking lot. Josh Thorpe, right of your screen, leads off at first. And Cam will throw over there. It's a very hot, humid day here today at George Taylor. The cloud coverage has given us a break from the sun. But it's no doubt a sweaty affair out there on the field today. Big cut and a miss from Jay. It's down 0-2. Merritton, on the other hand, rattling off 10 hits so far. O2 is taken into center field, a base hit. So Jay stays hot. He's 2 for 2 this afternoon. And he keeps the Expos moving here in the third inning. This is the rookie now, Jack Kemp. Kemp started in center field this afternoon. He's the pitcher now. Also 1 for 1. Jack hit the ball hard into the outfield and was gunned down on his way to second base. Takes the first pitch. In there for strike 1. Jack in his first season has worked his way onto this Expos lineup and has made himself an everyday player. The team likes what he brings to the club in the outfield. He does cover a lot of ground. And obviously, his arm is an asset to them as well. The Expos have been looking for new, fresh arms. Obviously, the likes of Kevin Niven, Cody Linden, some of the guys that held this team down in the early 2020s are no longer with the club or are playing in limited roles. So Kemp fouls that one off, stays alive, but he's still down. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the top of the third. The Expos threatening with a couple base runners here, but they'll need a timely hit to cash one of those in. We got a lot more to come back from. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Oh, looks like Kemp may have got a piece of that one, but Dave Collins squeezes the baseball hard and retires the side. 6-1 Alliance as the Expos can't cash their bottom 3 coming up. Stick with us through the break. Yeah, welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the third inning. We're just getting the camera battery changed out there in between innings, so we missed a little bit of this at bat. It's the leadoff man, Ben Collins. Collins will face Jack Kemp for the first time this afternoon. And he deals him a 4-pitch walk. So Collins reaching for the third time today. And as Merritton looks to pour on some more offense here. They've had their way a little bit with Expos pitching so far to the tune of 10 hits. And they've only had 2 innings to do that. So 1 on now, this is Matt Brady. Brady 1 for 2 this afternoon. And a run scored. Takes the first pitch strike. Look on Kemp is pretty simple. He likes to use that fastball, and he throws it effectively for his strike. But he will catch you off guard with his off-speed pitch, and then he's got a breaking ball that he'll use sparingly. At least from what I've seen so far. Up and in on Brady, and it's 1-1. I only got a sample size. I think I've only seen Jack pitch in a couple of games this season. Mostly spot starts. In fact, the last time I saw Jack pitch, he only faced 1 batter. And then a line shot off the ankle took him out of the game. And thankfully, Jack was okay. He walked off on his own power. And then he was in the very next game. So everything worked out. But I didn't really get to get a good look. That one's thrown into right field. And Ben Collins is likely going to get third on that. No, he just trots into second. Takes the easy bag there. Miscue from Jack Kemp and Steven Erickson there. Looked like the throw was okay. And Erickson just couldn't squeeze it. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Dave Collins moves into scoring position now for Matt Brady. Shot in for strike 2. Expos started Matt Watson this afternoon. And the young man was lit up. Turn the tables now to Jack Kemp, who's holding them in this ball game at this point. Brady fouls that one into the parking lot and stays alive. Still 1-2. Adam Hope on deck. Mark Fusco behind him. This part of the order has been the bringer of destruction. And he got him. Not an emphatic strike 3 call. I think the umpire was looking at strike 2 there or something, but he rings up Matt Brady for out number 1. First strikeout for Kemp this afternoon. Brings us now to Adam Hope. Hope 1 for 2. He struck out once as well. That was against Matt Watson back in the first. And he takes on the outside part of the plate, strike 1. Nags didn't get that one all the way back to Kemp. Kemp takes a look at Collins at second. Matt Brady shot off the glove of Fisher. Garrett doesn't have time to recover. He nearly made a lunging catch and probably would have doubled up Ben Collins at second if he had. But instead the hard hit ball falls in and Adam Hope stands safely at first. Keeps the line moving now. This is Mark Fusco, standing in for the third time here with one down in the third. Runners are on the corners. Mark has 2 RBI already this afternoon, an RBI single and an RBI double. Looking for more here as the Alliance try to open up a 6-run lead. First pitch down and away from Kemp for ball 1. It's a do-or-die game 3 for both clubs. Round 2 looms. That one starts on Wednesday. Outside from Kemp, 2-0 to Mark Fusco. And if Fusco reaches safely, Dave Davidson waits on deck. Shot in there for strike 1. Merritton's had the luxury of hitting a lot of good spots today. Like that one. Off the end of the bat into right field. Another RBI for Mark Fusco. Give him 3 on the afternoon and make it 7-1 Merritton here in the bottom of the third. The bats for the Alliance came to play today. Mark Fusco 3 for 3. He's the catalyst. And we'll move right along now to another man who's got multiple RBIs in this ball game. It's the right fielder, Dave Davidson. Former Pittsburgh Pirate of the Major League Baseball is Dave Davidson. Now playing in the Senior Men's Baseball League. Such a humble guy, too. That's here with one down in the bottom of the third. Runners are at first and second. And Davidson pops this one up down the left side. Vito Scaringi backs up and makes the play for the second out. So finally one goes the Expos way in terms of location. I think I've seen 2 or 3 of those pop flies fall in for base hits today. But Vito makes a play on that one, and it'll bring up Cole Cote. Cole's 1 for 1 this afternoon. He was intentionally walked in his last at-bat, which I thought was a little strange. Batter behind him, Tyler Goss, sent a ball into right field, and the inning continued after that. I don't know that... and don't get me wrong, Cole Cote had a sensational rookie season. He batted .389, bunch of RBIs, played lockdown defense in center field. But the guy behind him is Tyler Goss, and Tyler Goss is a proven raker. Shot jams Cole Cote. He's remiss with himself after taking the swing on that. I think he muttered something that I'm not supposed to say on stream under his breath. It's down in this count. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Little tapper. This could be trouble, but it sails foul. If that one falls in, I don't know that there's a play anywhere. Cole can hustle up the line. Adam Hope was already most of the way to third base by the time Josh Thorpe touched the baseball. And, yeah, I don't think there would have been a play anywhere on that one. So we'll redo the count. 1 ball, 2 strike to Cole Cote. 2 down in the third. Shot. This is going to drop in the gap in right center and go all the way to the fence. Coming around Adam Hope, he's in to score, getting the wave around Mark Fusco, and he's going to score without a throw. It's a 2 RBI triple for Cole Cote. 9-1 home squad, bottom 3. So Cote has 3 RBI this afternoon. And maybe that's why the Expos chose to walk him last time up. That one right off the bat was labeled for the fence. I knew that one was going to get down as soon as Cole hit it. He absolutely split those outfielders. So now he stands at third base, and this is Tyler Goss. Goss is 1 for 1 with a walk. Served up an RBI single his last time up. And that made it 6-1 at the time. Lions had 3 more this inning to make it 9-1. They are in control of Game 3 right now. That one misses away. This is again, the Expos pitching has not been bad today. Coming home, it looked like he wasn't gonna. Cole Cote under the tag, he's safe. The throw is in time, but Kemp doesn't get down on it. Alliance into double digits now, and we're only 3 innings in. And you can sense now the frustration for the Niagara Falls Expos as they let another run slip in. Bases are clear now. And that shot misses, and Goss walks. The second walk for Jack Kemp this inning. And you got to figure the rookie's virtually stuck in this ball game now. At 10-1, I don't know that it's going to make much of a difference to go to the bullpen here. It's not even arms, it's throwing. So here comes the catcher, Dave Collins. Takes the first pitch away. Dave is 1 for 2 this afternoon. Single last inning, or his last time up rather, and he grounded out to end the first. Still 2 out in the third here for Jack Kemp and the Expos. They've only got to get the easy play. Problem is that easy play hasn't been there. This is popped up left side and could be trouble. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Tyler Goss goes first to third. And Dave Collins on his way to second on the throw. Plops in for a 2-out single and the inning continues. All over the map. The Expos can't seem to pin down anything here. It's just those little shots that are finding spots. And I said I didn't know if it was worth going to the bullpen, but as I say that, out comes Wayne LeBlanc. And again, there are no arms active in the bullpen for Niagara Falls, but they could be getting somebody warm at this point. But again, nobody down there. It doesn't look like they're going in that direction. I think they just need to settle down and get some kind of game plan together here. 3 straight batters have reached since Dave Davidson popped out for the second out. And 3 more runs. So runners now at second and third, still 2 down, and this is Drew Chappelle, the number 9 batter. Drew is 0 for 2 It's the only Merritton Alliance to not register a hit this afternoon. He's looking to join the parade. Takes a shot inside, ball one. Ross McKenzie in the chat asking, what's the series at? Good question, Ross. The series is at 1-1. This is a do-or-die game for both teams. Shot upstairs from Chappelle. Or sorry, upstairs for Chappelle. Kemp comes back with a strike on that one, and it's 1-1. Another good pitch from Kemp there. So he's trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. It's been tough sledding for the Expos out there on defense today. 2-2. Tapped into the glove, strike three. So Alliance tack on 4 more runs and lead it 10-1 as we make our way to the 4th inning. Stick with us through the break. Hey, and welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the 4th inning. Got a good one going here between the Alliance and Expos. It's the Alliance who are in control of this one. They tack on 4 more runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning to make it 10-1. And this is a little tapper off the bat of Ryan Bray. Bray started the game as the designated hitter and has since taken over in center field. Jack Kemp, today's starting center fielder, is the pitcher now. So that is the list of defensive changes that the Expos have made today. Cam McKnight dealing through 3 innings. He's got 3 strikeouts to his name. Expos only with 4 hits. And if Merritton wins this series, which, and I don't want to jinx anything, seems they're likely to, they'll do it on the back of Cam McKnight, who has already pitched 10 innings in the series. Shot from Cam outside, 1 ball, 2 strike. We'll enjoy a static view of the field in this half inning. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strike. I just popped my head out and taking a look. We got good attendance today. Lots of people on hand to take in this do-or-die ball game. Shot and a swing and a miss from Ryan Bray. Strike 3. Give McKnight 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. That's out number 1 here in the 4th. And it brings up the shortstop, Vito Scaringi. Russ McKenzie back in the comments talking Cam's rubber arm. And yeah, I mean, in almost every way, you look at how he stands on the mound, and not only is he able to pitch on back-to-back nights, like you mentioned, but I mean, in every way, like, it's almost elastic the way that he slings that arm. Another swing and a miss there from Vito, strike 2. And he seemingly just gets better as the games go on. He had a bit of a rough time in the second inning when the Expos loaded the bases, but has stayed relatively clean otherwise. Aries up 1-2 on Vito Scaringi, 1 out in the 4th. And the pitch home. Fouled off by Scaringi. Good cut there. Just hit off the end of his bat. So we'll redo the 1-2. Toss home is cut on and ripped right to Matt Brady. Barely has to move to snag that one. 2 down. So moving right along now for the Expos here in the 4th. And they have the bases empty right now. It's Mitch Greco, the number 9 batter. Greco's in left this afternoon, and he's been tested quite a bit today. A couple of balls landed over his head as he was ranging back to get them. Cut on that one and missed, strike 1. It's been tough all around defensively for Niagara Falls this afternoon. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but just some of these base hits for Merritton. Just finding the right spots in the outfield. Fouled off from Greco, and it's 1-2. It's been all Alliance so far in Game 3. The 1-2 to Greco. 2 down in the 4th. Line shot, foul.
There we go.
Good pull from Greco there. He just couldn't keep it straight enough. And the Expos will likely look back on this season and retool for next year as Greco swings and misses for strike number 3. 5 strikeouts for Cam McKnight through 4 innings of work. His team is in control, 10-1. As we go to the bottom half of the 4th, stick with us through the break. Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Bottom 4, Alliance 10, Expos 1. And it looks like it is curtains here for the Expos. And again, I'm not trying to jinx anything, but watched a lot of NDBA baseball, and this just looks like a game that's going to go one way. Cam McKnight dialed in. Alliance offense dialed in. They've struck for 2 runs and 4 runs and 4 runs and have batted around now in back-to-back innings. I'll go back to the top of the order here. This is Dave Collins, who will get... Oh, sorry, Ben Collins. Yeah, get his 4th look. Takes strike 2. Ben is 2 for 2 this afternoon with a walk. He's scored 3 runs. And he takes a ball into right center, and this is going to plop in for a base hit. Make that 3 for 3 for Ben Collins on the afternoon. Alliance have the leadoff man aboard here in the 4th. And it'll be Matt Brady. Brady 1 for 3, couple of strikeouts. He's in the number 2 spot today for Merritton. And he takes the first pitch outside from Kemp. Whoa, sails in on Brady, and it's 2-0. Jack already with a couple walks in this ball game. The Alliance getting very close to Mercy Rule territory at this point. Rule is 12 after 5. Off the end of the bat, foul from Brady, 2-1. Adam Hope waits on deck, 2 for 3 this afternoon. Two balls and a strike to Brady. Upstairs, 3-1. It's been an offensive explosion here for Merritton this afternoon. That one falls in for strike 2, and it's a full count now on Brady. Nobody down here in the bottom of the 4th. And Ben Collins over at first. Merritton came out of the gate flying, stealing bases, and they've since taken a back seat. That one drops, and it is ball 4. So Kemp loses Brady. It's his 3rd walk already this afternoon, and Wayne LeBlanc's going to come back out of the dugout here. And Garrett Fisher coming out of his spot at second, Steven Erickson also. So I believe it's going to be Erickson. There's going to be a lot of defensive substitutions. We'll unpack it all when we come back after the break. Pitching change from George Taylor. Yeah, welcome back everyone to the bottom of the fourth inning. We resume this half inning and with a new pitcher. Steven Erickson comes into the ball game and we have a slew of defensive changes to unpack for you. First we'll give you the lowdown on Erickson this season. Erickson's been in 3 ball games during the regular season, 2 1/3 innings pitched. He allowed 2 earned runs for a 6 ERA. 4 strikeouts in those 2 1/3. Erickson throws hard and accurately, but does get hit around. Adam Hope on a line to the new first baseman Garrett Fisher, and he's the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. So now I'll unpack those defensive changes, and we just listed 1. So Garrett Fisher moves from second base to first base. Steven Erickson, who was the first baseman, goes to pitcher. Jack Kemp, who was the pitcher, goes back to his original spot in center field. And Bray, who moved from DH to center, moves to left. Greco, who is in left, moves to second, which was Garrett Fisher's position. And that is how the Expos shifted around in order to get Erickson on the hill. So everyone's in their spot. And now here's Mark Fusco. Fusco hasn't missed yet today. He's 3 for 3, 3 RBI, 2 runs scored. He's been the offensive catalyst today. Looking for more here. Fouls that one off. Erickson trying to just settle down these Merritton bats. They've scored in every inning so far. Double-digit runs through 3. And this is a pop-up. Playable for Jack Kemp, who comes in a few feet and makes the grab for the second out. So Erickson's come into the ball game and he's retired the first 2 batters. The Expos haven't had 2 straight retired all afternoon so far, so that is a welcome sight. They finally have a pitcher who can retire some batters here. Not out of the woods yet, though. This is Dave Davidson. Davidson 1 for 3 this afternoon, although his shot was an RBI double all the way to the fence. Scored a couple runs for Merritton. And he takes this one to right field as well. Jason Antoniak running in, and he doesn't have it. Coming around to score Ben Collins. That's Ben's 4th run of the ball game alone. 11 total for the Merritton Alliance now, as they lead by 10 here in the bottom of the 4th. That's the second time today that Jay has laid out for a baseball in right and come up just short. 3rd RBI of the game for Dave. 2nd hit. And now here's another hot bat. This is Cole Cote. Cole has had a up and down playoffs. He was 0 for 3 in game 1. Again, not sure too much about individual totals from game 2, although I can't imagine it was all that great on the part of Merritton. They only scored 4 runs. But here today, Cole is 2 for 2, 3 RBI. Tripled his last time up and cashed a couple runs. That was in the 3rd inning. So runners on the corners here. Merritton trying to put away the Expos in 5. Again, if they lead by 12, after 5, they will meet the criteria for the mercy rule in the NDBA. And I believe they'll be wanting to put this one to bed. Win or go home today for both of these teams here in Game 3. Three balls, no strike to Cole Cote. And he takes that one up and away, ball 4. So Cote walks for the second time this afternoon, and here comes another lethal batter. This is Tyler Goss. Goss 1-for-1 RBI single this afternoon. He has walked twice. And he plunks him. Well, that's going to score another run here in this half inning, and I mentioned already that the Alliance are honing in on the mercy rule here. They'll need just one more to do it. Make it 12-1 for the home squad. Still 2 down, and now it's the catcher, Dave Collins. Started the game with a ground out to second, but he's got a couple of hits since then. He's 2 for 3. And he takes the first pitch outside from Erickson, ball 1. Erickson retired the first 2 when he came into this ball game, and now he's sputtering a bit. Walked Colt Cote, hit Tyler Goss, and now he's down 2-0 to Dave Collins. Taking all the way, and missing again, Erickson 3-0. And right now, if you're Erickson, you just got to come back with a strike here. You just got to play a little catch. Because the Merritton bats, I mean, they don't want to swing at this right now. And that one's in the dirt. Ball 4. Another run comes in to score. And now that 12-1 lead is solidified. A clean inning from Cam McKnight will win this ball game now for Merritton. Still 2 down in the inning. And for the third time already this ball game, Merritton will bat around. Drew Chappelle has been on the unfortunate end of a lot this afternoon. He's 0 for 3. He's the only Merritton player without a hit. But he has reached on an error. That was way back in the second. Feels like forever ago now. Shot up and away, 2-0. Erickson grabbing at the shoulder there, and we're going on like 8 consecutive balls. Trying to just recollect and get a strike, and he can't do it there either. 3-0. Sirens going off from the firehouse located very close to George Taylor. 3-0 Drew Chappelle, likely with the bat on the shoulder for this one, and it sails in, ball 4. This one looked like it was going to work. Erickson came into the ball game and retired the first 2, but now he's clamoring at the shoulder, and he can't throw a strike. This was all too quick. Erickson's going to hand the baseball to Wayne LeBlanc. It's Garrett Fisher into the ball game by the looks of it. That'll be a quick defensive swap. 14-1. Alliance lead the Expos. When we come back, stick with us through the break. Oh, welcome back there. Brief intermission to get the new pitcher warmed up, rather. This is Garrett Fisher into the ball game. Trying to just get one more out. 2 down. Steven Erickson came in, couldn't do it. Fisher's just pitched in 2/3 of an inning this year, so this is a desperate call to the bullpen for Niagara Falls. It always is whenever number 2 stands on. 2-0, this is Ben Collins, already singled and scored in the 4th, back up for a second time. With the bases loaded this time. And he's got a 3-0 count. Outside, ball 4. Well, that is the 4th straight RBI walk. That's an ugly stat. And Merritton is all but put this one away. 15-1. Cam McKnight dealing. I don't really see a way out here for these Expos. I think the rest of this game is a formality. So, first pitch here to Matt Brady drops, and it is ball 1. We haven't seen a strike here in a while. It's been about 4 at bats. Sales up and in, 2-0. Is there a point where we just pull the plug? Not a strike there again. 3-0 to Matt Brady. Adam Hope in behind him. There's a strike from Garrett Fisher. You can tell he was just trying to get it there. Nobody's swinging on this Merritton team right now. So why not? Why not just float one in there, get a strike, get some confidence going. Ball 4. Well, the Alliance ring in another run, and I think this is starting to get ugly to show live. And with the score lopsided the way it is, why not work a couple of pinch hitters in? So Will Sagloski draws in for Adam Hope here, number 32. Will likely take over second base duties. Little number off the end of the bat, and it rolls to Erickson at first. That will retire the side. So that is a long inning. Merritton scores another 7 runs. They lead it 16-1. Top 5 coming up. This could be the last frame. Stick with us through the break. Welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the 5th inning. It is all Alliance here on this Sunday afternoon from George Taylor Field. The offense explodes for 16 runs. And Cam McKnight, like he did in Game 1, is spinning a gem. He'll have to deal with the top of the order for Niagara Falls. It's Garrett Fisher, Steven Erickson, and Evan Baglieri, the 1-2-3 guys this afternoon. First pitch on the ground. Cam bats it down, and he's not going to have a play there on Garrett Fisher. So infield hit for Fisher. And that's how we begin the top of the 5th. Alliance are in Mercy Rule territory. The rule is 12 runs after 5 innings, and they got a little bit of a cushion to work with here. We don't know who the round 2 matchup will be. We'll have to wait for that Beamsville and Thorold game to shake out tonight to find out. If Thorold wins, they will take on the Welland Pioneers in round 2, and this Merritton club will move on to face Fort Erie. Meanwhile, if Beamsville takes that game, then Merritton will have to play Welland on Wednesday night. And Fort Erie Beamsville will be the round 2. I think either way that series shakes out on Friday. Oh, 0-2 to Steven Erickson. Nobody out in the top of the 5th. Cam doesn't get that pitch, and it's 1-2. Fisher at first. Shot from Cam falls down. And it's 2-2. Just eclipsed the 2-hour mark of this ball game, still in the top of the 5th. Alliance extending this one by virtue of some excellent offense. Shot to straightaway center field. Cole Cote to his left makes the catch. And that is the first out here in the 5th. Moves it right along now for Evan Baglieri. Bags 0 for 2 this afternoon, strikeout and the ground out to third base. Shot falls away from McKnight, ball 1. Little dribbler, foul, 1-1. It's taking a while for Cam to reset on this one. Fires in, and this is pumped by Bags into right field. Dave Davidson waiting underneath it, and he makes the grab, out number 2. Expos are down to their final out now. This is do or die territory, and it already seems like die. Cam McKnight was excellent in this series. 7 innings on Thursday to a complete game 5-2 win. Pitching 5 more here today, 1 run. And he's in control of this one. Getting Josh Thorpe to swing and miss at strike 1. Breaking ball from Cam sails away, 1-1. That breaking ball falls in for strike number 2. And that's really been the difference, is Cam's been able to throw that breaking ball for strikes. He's been able to throw it to keep batters off balance. And he comes back with that fastball. It's been so good for him this series. The 1-2. There it is, and just a bit upstairs. Expos down to their final strike here, top 5, and they're in mercy territory. Cut on and fouled by Thorpe. He thought about that one long and hard. Check swing, and he's fortunate that the ball caught a piece of his bat. The 2-2 again. From Cam McKnight, 2 down in the top of the 5th. Got him! Strike 3! Alliance absolutely dominate here in Game 3. They cruise to a 16-1 Mercy Rule victory over the Niagara Falls Expos and take them out in 3 games. Merritton will have to wait to find out who their round 2 opponent is. And once we get that one sorted out, take a look for the round 2 breakdown available on NDBAsenior.com. For everyone here at NDBA Senior, we thank you for watching with us this afternoon. Alliance wins 16-1 the final and move on to round 2. We'll see you on Wednesday night. We don't know who we got yet, but we'll be there on Wednesday no matter what. Until then, be safe and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.